Have you ever noticed how some people almost disappear in group conversations? They sit quietly, they listen, they smile, they say very little. But the moment you talk to them one-on-one, something shifts. Suddenly, they are sharp, deep, emotionally intense. They ask questions that hit close to home. They notice things no one else noticed. They remember what you said weeks ago, and you walk away thinking, where was this person hiding? Here is the psychology behind people who stay quiet in groups but become powerful one-on-one. This is not shyness. This is not social awkwardness. And it is definitely not a lack of confidence. It is something much deeper. Let us decode it. 1. They process before they speak. In group settings, conversation moves fast. People interrupt. Topics jump. Voices overlap. For some minds, that environment is not stimulating. It is overwhelming. Psychology calls this deep cognitive processing. These individuals do not speak to fill space. They speak to add meaning, while others are reacting. They are observing. They are watching facial expressions. Tone shifts. Who leans in? Who pulls away? Who dominates? Who disappears? Their brain is gathering data, not competing for attention, so they stay quiet. Not because they have nothing to say, but because they are still forming the full picture, one-on-one. The noise disappears. Now their mind can focus. Now, their thoughts have room to breathe, and that is when their intensity shows. They are not slower. They are more thorough. 2. They are highly sensitive to social energy. Some people feel emotions lightly. Others feel them deeply. Quiet in groups, people often fall into the second category. Psychology calls this high emotional sensitivity. They pick up on tension, on fake laughter, on subtle judgment, on unspoken competition. In groups, that emotional noise is loud, so they retreat inward to protect their energy, not because they are weak, but because they are aware. One-on-one feels safer, more controlled, more real. There is no performance, no social ranking, no audience, just connection. And in that space, they open up. They ask deeper questions. They share personal stories. They become fully present. Their intensity is not sudden. It was always there. It just needed the right environment. 3. They do not seek validation from crowds. Group conversations often reward speed, loudness, confidence displays. Many people speak to be seen, to be approved, to avoid silence. Quiet but intense people do not play that game. Their sense of self is internal. Psychology calls this internal validation. They do not need the group to confirm their worth, so they do not rush to speak. They are comfortable being invisible because they already know who they are. But one-on-one, validation is not the goal. Connection is, and that is where they thrive. They are not trying to impress. They are trying to understand. That depth can feel magnetic, even intimidating, because it is rare. 4. They choose depth over breadth. Most group conversations stay on the surface. Plans, opinions, jokes, complaints. Nothing wrong with that. But quiet, intense individuals are wired differently. Their curiosity goes inward, not outward. They think about meaning, motives, patterns, emotions. Surface talk drains them. Depth energizes them, so they conserve their energy in groups, waiting for a moment that matters. One-on-one, depth becomes possible. They can explore ideas without interruption. They can sit in silence without pressure. They can go somewhere real. That intensity you feel, That sense of being truly seen. That is not accidental. It is their natural state. 5. They learned early that silence keeps them safe. This part is subtle and powerful. Many quieting groups people learned early in life that speaking too much had consequences. Being misunderstood, being mocked, being ignored, being punished. So they adapted. They observed, they listened, they stayed quiet. Psychology calls this adaptive behavior. Not broken, just learned. Over time, silence became their default in groups. But trust changes everything. One-on-one feels safer, more predictable, more human. So the guard drops, and the intensity comes out. Not because they suddenly trust you, but because the environment no longer feels threatening. 6. They value real connection over attention. Attention is loud. Connection is quiet. Groups give attention. One-on-one gives connection. Quiet, intense people are not chasing eyes. They are chasing understanding. They want to know how you think, what shaped you, what scares you, what excites you. That kind of curiosity does not belong in a crowd. It belongs in a moment. That is why conversations with them feel different, more focused, more meaningful, more alive. You feel heard. Because you are. They are not distracted. They are not waiting for their turn. They are fully there. 7. They are comfortable with silence. This one matters. Most people fear silence. They rush to fill it. Quiet, intense people respect silence. They use it. They think inside it. They let it breathe. In groups, silence feels awkward. Exposed. So they stay quiet. One-on-one. Silence feels intimate. Safe. So they speak. Slowly. Carefully. Honestly. Their words carry weight because they are not thrown away. 8. They are not introverted in the way you think. This surprises many people. Not all quiet people are low energy. Many are socially selective. They choose where to invest their emotional effort. Groups feel inefficient, scattered, emotionally expensive. One-on-one feels efficient, focused, rewarding. So they give you everything there. Their intensity is not about personality type. It is about energy management. They are not avoiding people. They are choosing depth. 9. They see more than they say. This is the quiet power. Because they speak less. They notice more. Patterns, contradictions, unspoken dynamics. They remember details others forget. They connect dots others miss. When they speak one-on-one, it can feel startling. How did you notice that? How did you remember that? How did you understand me so quickly? They were always paying attention. They just did not announce it. 10. Their silence is often misread. People assume they are boring, uninterested, unconfident. That misunderstanding protects them. It keeps shallow connections away and lets meaningful ones through. Those who take the time, those who slow down, those who listen. They get access to the intensity, and that intensity stays with you. So here is the truth. People who stay quiet in groups, but become intense one-on-one, are not hiding. They are filtering. They are not weak. They are selective. They are not empty. They are full, just not loud. If you are one of them, there is nothing wrong with you. Your depth does not belong everywhere, and it does not have to. And if you know someone like this, do not overlook them. Invite them into space, not noise, because when they open up, you will realize some of the loudest minds speak the softest. If this explains someone you know, or explained you, take a moment, sit with it, And if you want more psychology like this, more decoding of quiet traits, hidden behaviors, unspoken patterns, stay here, subscribe, and keep watching, because the quietest people often have the most to say.